We are live. Rock and roll live. Let's see. Do we have anybody actually on the call with us? I don't actually see anybody on the call with us. Oh, there we go. If you can see me and hear me, give me a yo in the chat so I can see. Wait. Yo. Edward. Hola. All right. Do I put on a clean shirt for today? Yes, yes. Yo. Ben, how's it going, Ben? Haven't seen you around for a while. You must be just rocking it or something, keeping quiet. Andy, good to see you. Awesome. Jean, nice to see you. Okay, I'm ready to rock and roll. You want to share your screen and go through what we found this week?
Yeah, let me just do that.
Like 30,000 in my school.
Okay, let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah, I see the spiral of screens. Have you changed your tab or anything?
Oh, hang on. I know what it is here. Okay, let me do this.
Oh my gosh. There's like, look at all these kids through school.
There, how's that?
I see your notes now, yeah.
Perfect. Is that readable that size?
It's readable for me, but I got a big honking screen, so should be okay.
Okay. So here's what we're going to go through. We think that the algorithm is settled down now, and I think that it's going to last until Christmas. Talking with a Facebook rep, the last change they had was the Christmas season price increase, and that really messed things up. But we think that it is quite stable right now. And according to Facebook, I don't think it's going to change until after Christmas. And then it might change. They might lower their price again, and then again, they might not. Anyway, what we're doing is running a set of tests daily to see what's working. And what we found is that going back to the manual bid right now has settled right down, and it is very, very efficient. We're running our designs for the leggings are very white hat. There's no logos, there's no infringement, and we're having no problem selling anywhere in between 150 pair a day up to 275 pair a day. And where we're seeing the success right now is definitely on the manual bid. So we're going to go over this right now. We're using the 155, and I'm just going to give you a couple notes here. Let's talk about the, let's go the ad set level. What we're going to do here is when you duplicate your ad set, try and make a couple minor changes. And we're going $20 daily and $80 max bid. And as we duplicate these, the next one would be at 40 daily and 80 max bid, and that's going to carry on through all 5 ad sets. So we'd have one at 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. So that's what we're doing on the ad set level. When it comes to the ad level, It is, you can have 5 that are different, or you can have 5 that are the same and just duplicate them. Right now, we're having lots of success in just duplicating the same. Let's just say that it was a page post. We would just duplicate it 5 times. And that's on the ad level. I should make a note here. On the ad level, your image, your 1200 by 628, whether it's a carousel or a video, a slideshow video, doesn't matter. Duplicate it 5 times. That's a real quick way to get going, and it's working just fine. There's no need to create all the different ad types unless you want to. All the ad types probably will perform a bit better, but this is working perfect. So we don't have an issue there. And here is what we're doing. Once we get going, you can just take a look. Where we've been having a lot of success is in adjusting our daily bids. Let's say that we want to keep the winners, and then to scale up. Okay, so what this means is we're going to keep our winners out of the 5 that we created here on the ad set level. If we have 2 that are winners, take a look and see what the daily budgets are. We're not adjusting the 80 max bid, we're just leaving that alone. Let's say that you've got a winner at 40 and 60. Stick with 40 and 60 and create more ad sets and just rotate, 1 at 40, 1 at 60, 1 at 40, 1 at 60, until you find out which one is going to perform the best. Right now, we're back to the original. We're back to $60 daily budget, and $80 max bid is the one that's performing the very best for us. We were scaling the daily budgets up to $200, $300, and $400, and we were seeing the ad sets start to decline in performance. And what we did is, instead of killing those ad sets, the bad ones, we just readjusted the bids back down to $60 for the daily budget, and we saw a 100% ad set recovery rate, which means after running it for 1 day, I changed it that at night. I said they're just not performing well. I went and changed them back down to the $60. And the next day we were seeing $8 conversions again. Very, very profitable, and 100% of my ad sets that had been winners and were on the decline, we were able to recover those just by adjusting the daily budget. This is what's working. Creating more ad sets, determine what your very best daily budget is, and then just stick with that. And then we can scale up. We can just go right back to scaling with Companion Labs. That one you can test. Right now, creating more ad sets with slight variations is working really well. And you know, when we find we've got 2 winners, we might go and create 20 variations of ad sets the next day, and end up getting 3 or 4 or 5 winners that are doing very well for us, and ours are performing best at the $60. But that's for you to test and determine for yourself. Now let's do this one. We're not really going to cover Companion Labs. Of course, use that. It's working very well, but that's something that you need to test. And if it works, great. If not, you don't necessarily need it, because you can just continue winning by creating more ad sets.
So the question in there is this for purchase conversion?
Yeah, it is definitely for optimized for conversion, and it is manual bid. So it is definitely purchase, and it's manual bid. Now, I'll tell you why we've gone with one layer of interest and stacking those interests. So we're deleting the primary. When we're stacking interests, it's the secondary interest. For example, if it was something to do with Green Bay Packers, we would eliminate Green Bay Packers football, which would have like maybe 5 or 8 million. We would delete that one, and we would go with all the secondary, which would be players, which would be Packer fanatics, which would be I love the Packers, I'm a Packer fan, anything except the main team. And just hang on 1 second.
Okay, and Joe. Oh no, never mind.
Okay, the other thing I was going to say is one layer of interest, stacked interests, delete the primary, and we already have it as a, I'll put a note here, using the purchase pixel. Okay, next question.
Oh, just when you're varying the ad sets, are you varying age ranges or interests?
Try either way. It really doesn't matter. I think it's not a bad idea to vary the interests themselves. I think is better than changing the ages. But sometimes you just don't have a lot of choice because there's not a lot of targeting or interest options. And at that point, I would change by age.
Yeah, so if they, because some of the, without the primary interest, some of the audiences are very, very small. So you may not be able to delete the primary sometimes, depending on the size of the audience that you're looking at. But you want
if it's really,
you want it to be as big as possible.
Yeah, if it's a really tiny audience, leave the primary in, and if it's a really tiny audience, just vary the ages to change up your interests or ad sets.
Well, Greg, we've never had the NFL crowds not buy from us, but I know that some people were having trouble selling to the NFL. But I think that that ship has sailed. The NFL is all good. Those guys that burned all their stuff, they're looking to buy it all back now. So. And no need to build out the view content and view content, add to cart to purchase. Well, we never had that was working really well for us. This is also working very well for us, but we know that a lot of people were struggling for that with that strategy. And it could be because of the budgets that you were at. We were at a much higher budget when we were running through that. So just go back to this manual bid strategy. This one worked for everybody. Excuse me.
Yeah, and don't confuse things. You know, we're not talking about view content and add to cart. We're not talking about that. We're trying to be crystal clear and showing you a method. And the more that you ask questions about we're not doing view content, the more confused people are going to get.
Yeah. Just follow this template. Pick purchase pixel. One layer of interest was stacked. Delete the primary if you can. $20 daily budget. Manual bid for a maximum of $80 per purchase. And go. That's what you should. If there's not a lot of secondary interest, we use interest like love, family, and boxes. Yep. Could. I would say. What do you think?
There's no problem with that. You know, keep things normal. I mean, if you don't have a lot of interest, just use what you can use.
What do you
Facebook's going
consider?
to find the buyers.
Yes. What do you consider a tiny audience? 300,000? 300,000 is fine if you can get to there, for sure.
Yeah, very tiny audiences, 1,219.
Okay. Do you mean, okay, when you say manual bidding, do you mean you set up your initial ad set with auto purchase and use Companion Labs for manual? No, Corey, we just created as a manual bid in the first place. So just like we did in coaching, where you created the manual bidding as the first ad set. You select, instead of auto, you select manual. It'll give you the drop down to change from average to maximum. And then you set the maximum daily, maximum purchase price. Okay. I've been hit by the 2x4 and will do what I'm told. Yeah, thank you. The virtual 2x4. That's what you get some days. Yeah. Okay. Ed's got it. Who else has got it? Everybody, this should be very clear. Which do you prefer, capris or leggings? Leggings, because the capri mock-ups look like shit.
Yes.
Is the Facebook stat analysis for pause and scaling the same as taught in the private house? Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
keep it the same.
Exactly the same. Do you have any recommendations for the ad creatives? Are you saying 50% off and putting prices on the images? We never put prices on the images, so we can continue to raise our prices through the season. We will always go with a percentage off. That's just how we roll. Do you guys make the combination of the 166 automatic strategy with this manual bidding for the same product? You guys also make the combination of the 166 automatic strategy.
Let's just focus on 155 and leave everything else out because it'll confuse people.
Got it. Thank you for the update. Have a great weekend. You too, Joyce. Okay. I think it's pretty clear. Everybody's kind of got it. 155 manual bid. Start at 20 for the daily budget. $80 maximum bid. Do 5 to 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Pick the winners. Scale them. Kill the losers. You should be able to rock and roll.
You want to take a screenshot of this, Gallowitz, and then we can make some better notes?
Yeah, I'll do it. Got it.
All good.
Okay. Yeah. Corey, the replay will be in the members area, like literally within a couple of minutes, and you can, or just hit me up on Skype and I'll catch you up. We're going to roll with You Got a New Store coming soon. Rock and roll, Carl. That's what I said, buddy. Dump that anchor you've got and go for the new one. Yeah, we recorded everything. Did we get a PSD file of the ugly Christmas so we can create for other teams? You did not, but thanks for asking. You guys are the best. Look forward to seeing you soon. Yeah, you're going to be at the house event. Can't wait. We leave on Monday. See you on Monday.
We'll be there.
Okay, that's all we got, people. If you got questions, the Skype groups are there for you. I am going to have decided today, actually, I have had many requests for coaching students to have their own Skype group. So instead of doing just the coaching students, I'm going to put all of the coaching students and the house event people into a Skype group. and so that I don't have to go and hit up 45 individuals every time we want to do a webinar for you guys or whatever. It'll be one Skype group. Then you can share our strategies inside that Skype group, because the coaching students have everything and know everything and get everything. So coaching students and house events will be thrown into another Skype group. It'll be just our coaching students. So watch out for that group. I'll be creating it this morning or possibly early afternoon before I take off for the afternoon. And that way you guys can share these ideas, ask questions, get help. Because I know some people have had one-on-one coaching but not been in the house, so they don't have a Skype group to share ideas and get help from people that know. All right, so everybody have a great weekend. Get out there and sell, and we will talk to you in the Skype groups. Okay,
Take
have a
care.
great day.